We got shoulders and arms. I'm gonna do it a little bit different than normal. Typically I would do arms first if I have a shoulder and arm day, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Hit shoulders first, and then thrash my arms. We're gonna go cable lateral raises. You're gonna go 5 one side, 5 the other side, and just, I'm gonna match the reps. I'm gonna start with my left, my weaker shoulder, and then I'll switch to my right. Just do as many as I can. And we'll just go from there. But enough chat, let's just get to hitting these reps, bro. That felt pretty good. Let me double check to make sure the camera's recording.
Alright, we're good.
It's a little warm. Where'd my AirPod go? Don't tell me it fell through. Oh, it's right here. Whew. Thought it fell through the little separation. Alright, let me switch to a song. This motivational video is playing a little bit long. That felt pretty good. I think we'll do one more set of this, and then we'll hit like a set of maybe like some. This felt pretty good. The machine just doesn't give me that same stretch that I would like really like, but I mean, I'm still getting that burn. I'm still, it's like it's gonna give me a sick pump, but yeah, we'll just sit here. If it doesn't feel right after 2 or 3 sets, then we'll do some dumbbell lateral raises and then go to shoulder press. I still want to keep the barbell shoulder presses in, just for the fact that it's a good compound lift that's going to help like my shoulder strength in general, rather than just like controlled squeezing pump, like hypertrophy focused sets. It's going to help strength and it's going to help finish off a good pump. But let me get a good song going and then we'll go on to the next set. Oh, that felt pretty good. I should have ate something before I lifted. That's a mistake on me. Oh. I might do like some seated dumbbell overhead press. because I'm feeling a little dizzy from this. So I can just imagine if I load up this bar and try to barbell overhead press. It's not like a coping thing, but it's like I'm gonna worry about how I'm feeling more than doing a specific workout. Because I mean, these workouts can change from lift to lift, from set to set, from anything. If this was like tweak my shoulder and I was like, that just doesn't feel right, I would switch to something different. But it feels pretty good. It's 12:31 on December 20th, 5 days until Christmas. Yeah, I should get in the next set, honestly. Oh, that felt pretty good. I think we'll do some overhead press and then some overhead press, and then we'll probably move on to arms. I haven't done my cardio yet today. I gotta do it after this workout. And then, well, I don't gotta do it. I get to do it. I mean, I think that's one of the best changes that I've think. The best things, what was that word? The best things that I've changed is instead of like, oh, I can't eat this food, I have to do this workout. It's like, no, I want to do this workout. It's gonna get me to where I wanna be in time. And then, no, it's not that I can't have this food. I don't want that food because it's not gonna help me get to where I want to be later on in the road. So I think just looking at it that way for me has changed like my perspective. It's opened my eyes. It's like I could have this tub of ice cream. Like I could physically go in there and eat it, but is it really gonna get me to where I want to be? Probably not. So I'm gonna stay away from it. But enough yapping. Let's get set up for overhead press. All right. So with this overhead press, it's fairly light, but with the pre-exhausted shoulder from like the lateral raises, that's a pretty good set of lateral raises. I mean, it's not heavy, but really sitting there focusing on the squeeze and then pushing myself, it kind of fatigued my shoulders. So 20-pound dumbbells will be perfect, I think. A little bit more controlled. And then once I'm fatigued in the set, I don't mind some more like partials just to finish the job, but I just want a good set. That's all I ask for. I gotta go harder. That's not gonna get me where I want to be. I gotta go harder. I think maybe we'll try some seated. So I'm gonna incline this bench a little more to hit them the way I have them kind of seated to help stop me from getting dizzy. But yeah, I'm just gonna adjust this bench, put it over here, and we'll get into the next set. All right. I think that shoulders are definitely my weakest body part, like pound for pound, like for how much of a percentage of my muscle they are. So that's why they're kind of like fatiguing earlier. The weight gets lighter as I go on in the lift. So that's why I don't like, because I would say my biceps probably have the most stamina. Like I could do the most reps for the most weight with my biceps in relative to like muscle mass size. Like obviously I could sit here and bench 185 for probably 3, and I couldn't curl 185 for 1. So it's not in that context. It's like if proportionally, if I could somehow get it measured, how much of a percentage my bicep muscle is of my body, and then do the same for my chest, I feel like if I lift, like based off those percentages, I would get more reps out of my biceps than I would out of my chest. Just because I honestly couldn't tell you why. I feel like I use my arms in day to day a lot more than I use my chest, obviously, because I'm not just sitting there pushing something up or bringing two things together. So, but I am sitting there, I pick something up, or I'll move something over, which is arms, forearms, triceps, biceps, it's everything. And then obviously legs would be up there. It could compete with them, with my biceps in terms of like the percentages. But if I had no hamstrings problems during squats like I did last workout, it would even go as far as saying my legs could do heavier in percentage than any other part of my body and go further, because I love training legs, which I think is going to set me apart from others later down the road when it comes to like physique, because I love training legs. Like obviously if it's a serious bodybuilder like IFBB pro, like shoot, like Ronnie Coleman, he took legs seriously, but he was a bodybuilder. But like I think every, like the average high schooler like me, they don't really want to train legs. It's like I want to get my chest, shoulders, and biceps big. I love hitting chest, shoulders, and biceps. I love hitting every muscle. I just love working out. That's why I think that it's a little different for me compared to the average Joe who likes to train upper body, but he skips every leg day. Or he'll go for a leg day and be like, oh, that hurts, let me hit chest. So that's just my little spill on that. But let's just get into this set. I got the bench inclined as far as it'll go. So yeah, that'll be good. That was a good set. I want to talk about cardio for a little bit. Like, obviously I'm hitting my cardio to get me to my goals, but cardio is not the most enjoyable thing. Like, if you're on a seated bike, yeah, like, watch TikToks, watch your favorite show, play games while you're just pedaling. And like boxing, like what I like to do, it's pretty fun. I mean, I'm hitting something. I like to hit stuff. But, I mean, oh, I got to go do 30 minutes of cardio. That's not the way to look at it. It's like, oh, I get to do 30 minutes of cardio. Because what about these guys that, like, I'm not directly going to anybody, but like, what about these guys that are in wheelchairs? I bet you they would trade anybody that had legs that would work. But if they was told, oh, you have to do an hour of cardio every day if we trade, they would do it in a heartbeat. I feel like most of them would love to get out of the wheelchair, but they're not making excuses because they're in it. Like like all those basketball players, like the wheelchair basketball, those guys would probably kill to have like working legs that they could train and everything. But I mean, I guess not everybody's as dedicated as some people. Like, I'm not perfect by any means. I'll skip a workout every now and then, but not without a good reason. Like, if I have a leg day and my legs are hurt, if my hamstrings are hurting, I'm fine with hitting only a quad day. Or if it's the other way, I'm fine with hitting only hamstrings. Or if I was to take my shoulders, I'd be like, let's call it there. Let's save my shoulders for another workout, and then we'll try it again next time. But just because it's burning because you're lifting, that's not a pain. That's like a sensation that's good. It means you're growing. And then being sore is not so important. Like when I was younger, like I'm 18 now, when I was like 14 and 15, it was like, oh, if I'm not sore the next day, I'm not training hard enough. I got to do more sets with more weight. I don't look at it like that now. I look at, was it a good workout? Did I hit 6+ sets for the muscle group? If I did, good. Did I push myself hard? If I did, then great. If I didn't, then we'll get it next time. But that's one of the reasons I record, is I can look at my form and everything when I'm editing. Like, that's how I noticed my squat form. Obviously people pointed it out, but I could watch it and I could see my depth wasn't very good. But now I look at it and I'm like, I'm getting down, lower weight, but I'm feeling it better in my quads. My quads are growing and I'm not hurting. Like, it doesn't hurt my quads to squat or hurt my knees to squat because I've lowered the weight. I've even done squats with a bar, just focus on getting down in depth and holding it so that I could get used to that position and know what it feels like to get down there. And then I'll up the weight and I'm at a plate with it, and I can do 155 comfortable depth squat. I can do 185 comfortable. I can do up to 225 comfortable depth squat. But bodybuilding context, I'm not a bodybuilder yet, but lower the weight a little bit, higher reps. If I was a power lifter, I would be doing sets of 3 or sets of like a 5x5 or a 5x3, but that's not my goals. Let's hit this next set. Maybe the last set. I'm not sure yet. I probably will go one more. I think we'll go one more just like that. Yeah. Let's get straight into that next set. So a little bit of a change of plans. I'm gonna still be in the same spot, but I'm gonna do like some seated shoulder, like lateral raises, just to burn out my shoulders. Because I feel like this one's hitting, like, because my side delts are tired, it's hitting like mostly front delt, which I get plenty of that when I'm pressing. So I really just want to finish off my side delts, maybe a little bit of back squeeze to like hit some of the rear delts back here, which actually feel pretty pumped. They feel good. I mean, they're burning. Like, I'm working them, but they're just not getting as much attention as the front delts. So I'm going to try to eliminate that with lateral raises. Yeah, that's good for shoulders. Oh my God, I'm dizzy. Change the song. Yeah, we're gonna do triceps first. We'll do some overhead extensions over there, and then we'll come over here and we'll do some single arm tricep push downs. Yeah. All right, these This 45 pounds should do the trick. 10s with a, I think it's 25 pound easy curl bar. It could be the 35. To be honest, I'm not the most sure, but I think, wait, no, this is the 35 pound, 25 pound. We're gonna say 25 pound. Easy curl bar, with a 10 on each side, like 45 pounds. Really focus on the stretch, squeeze at the top, and then slow on the way down until we just can't go slow anymore, and then we'll pump some out. Some bro rips. That was a freaking good set. Yeah, that's gonna do the trick. So we'll go 2 more sets of this. Then we'll hop on over to the push downs, and we'll do some like single arm alternating. And that'll finish the workout, honestly. We'll freaking pose down and get inside and eat something. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready to eat. I've saved all my calories for today so that I can eat them. But I'm not gonna lie. Last night I work at McDonald's right now, so I did have a spicy chicken sandwich, but I counted in the calories for today because it was after midnight. So I have like 500 calories less because it was a spicy, crispy chicken sandwich. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not healthy for you, but I mean, I was hungry. It was gonna help me sleep a little better because I had some carbs in me. Because I made the mistake of kind of eating too much earlier in the day to have some late at night, which that's a mistake that I've got to learn from. So we're gonna do better. That's why I've saved my calories, because that 500 is gonna count as my breakfast, what I would normally have, so that I can go on what I need normally when I go to eat lunch. But let's get into the next set. I feel like, oh God, first I feel pumped, but I feel like not enough people show love to like some overhead tricep movements. I was definitely guilty of it because it always had a lot of impact on my elbows and it just didn't feel good. But once I've started doing it and strengthening that, my biceps have grew, or my triceps have grew a lot more, and it feels great. So we're going to continue to throw at least one type of overhead tricep workout into every tricep day. And then, yeah. Yeah, we'll do one more set here, and then we will go over there to the push downs. Like I said, pose down, go in and probably eat either ground beef and rice, chicken and rice, or fish and rice. Then we'll get about our day, go to work, try to prep a meal, but if not, then I'll wait till I get home, or maybe have a little something, and then go to sleep and wake up. And I don't have work tomorrow, so I can really focus on just eating, sleeping, getting in my water, and then working out and cardio. Still got to do cardio after this, but let's get into the next set. My Lord. Yeah. We might do some double arm push downs. And then we'll call it. I think the single arm, they don't really feel as good on that machine, so I think we'll do the double with the bar with a little bit heavier, like pumpish reps. But let's go get that set up. I just realized that in those last few clips, I was forgetting about biceps. But we do have to hit biceps after these. We'll probably do some incline, or I guess it would be decline. We'll do some seated concentration bicep curls with the 20s. And then we'll go over there and do some preacher curls. Let's get these push downs done. Got 2 or 3 sets right here, we'll see. Hold on, somebody's calling me. I gotta answer it. It's my family. I forgot they were going to get me a Monster and a protein bar. So I had to answer because they would show me what flavor they had to decide which one I wanted. But let's get into the next set. Or I guess this will be the first set. Oh, that was good. I think we'll go one more just like that, like all out to failure. And then we'll get into our bicep curls. And then we'll get our freaking sick pose down. Oh yeah, it's good for triceps. Let's hit biceps real quick, and we'll get a pose down. Alright, let's do the 25s. Up the weight a little bit. I can handle it. A little bit more pump for strips. But still with a good squeeze at the top, good stretch at the bottom. We're gonna get some good work in right here. That felt good. Yeah. Let's get another set just like that. Alright. Let's make this a nasty set. I want to finish my biceps off. I'm probably going to do 2 sets here. Go into a set of preacher curls. And then I will come back and do a set of this with 20s and just go from there. Heavy. Let's strip this off while we're taking our break. Oh, a little dizzy. And then we'll go do preacher curls. Come back over here. And then go from there. If we need another set or 2, we will. If we don't, then we won't. Actually, let's do a set with the 20s right here, and then we will, then we'll do like 2 sets of preacher curls just to fully finish it off. The preacher curls are gonna be a little bit lighter squeezing, like really focus on the stretch and then squeezing at the top. Just because I feel like with this being a little bit of a heavier set, the 25s, like they're not heavy for like regular alternating curls, but for at a decline, it makes them feel a lot heavier than they actually are. So yeah, and I'm loving how these are feeling, so I'm not gonna leave it unfinished. I'm gonna finish my biceps off and then really finish them off over there at the preacher curl rack. But yeah, let's get into this next set. Straight to the next set, boys. Yeah, let's set up for preacher curls. squeezing set. Really squeeze at the top, stretch at the bottom. And then 2 sets of this and we'll call it. Honestly, I think that's good. I don't want to go too far, but I feel like I went more than far enough. So let's just hit a pose down.
All right.
Shoulders, triceps, biceps fully pumped. Workout done. Let's just hit a few flexes and then we'll call it. Feels pretty good. To the double by. See what I'm missing. We'll go. All right, that's pretty good. Fully pumped. Nice, really nice burn. Felt great. I don't really have anything else to say. Make sure you do your cardio. Make sure you get your lifting today. Get your protein, drink some water, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow for legs.